Hello everyone, I'm Tina, the Creative Guru with Gems, Paper, Scissors. Today I am going to do a fast little walkthrough. I am not going to do step by step because it's a little bit more labor intensive. So without further ado, I am creating this card that kind of looks a little bit fun right now. As you can tell, I haven't finished it, but wanted to show you the steps beforehand. I took a full-sized sheet of mink cardstock and I folder embossed it with our cascading dots folder. As you can see, really liked that physical effect, and I think that it's going to help boost this layout. I then took a sponge, used pumice stone distress oxide to distress ink the edge. It's very faint, but it does help make this pop more. I then took this piece of white daisy cardstock and I distress inked it with pumice stone, peeled paint, and chipped sapphire. I layered it on and had a few overlapping spaces to give it more of a gradient effect. I really love that option. Then I took our cherry blossom ink stamp, which is fairly long, but it's gorgeous. You know, we just finished cherry blossom season here. And so I double stamped it. I stamped it once in Desert Rose, and then I stamped it again with Intense Black. And I did it offset so that it kind of gave it a watercolor shadowing effect. I could have done the shadow by double stamping it in the same ink, so it would be a first and a second stamping. But I decided I wanted the shading in coloration. Now I have taken two different shimmer brushes, our Scarlet and our Desert Rose. I've used the Desert Rose on all of the wood stems and stalks. Then I've used Scarlet on all of the flowers. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that with you now using Scarlet. I always shake it well and make sure I've got some ink on my brush off to the side just so that I'm not surprised by the flow. Then I'm just going to brush this in. Unlike using standard markers or pencils, it really doesn't leave a line as to where you followed. So you could scribble it, you could take your time, you could turn it onto its side. And all of the black inking, the intense black, shows through, so you still have your details. And as it dries, it lightens up. It's just gorgeous. This is going to be a very, very shimmery, shiny, celebratory kind of card with lots of detail. So that's all it takes to color this in. I'm going to bring this up a little closer so you can see all of that detail. See how that sparkles and shines? With the lighting and the camera and autofocus, it kind of gets a little challenging to see just how stunning this is. By the time this is all the way dry, it will blend with all of the other blossoms. It's just truly a piece of art. Now, I attached my mink embossed paper with my standard close to my heart tape runner, although any tape runner will suffice. And now I want this to really be the showcase. So I'm going to take some thin 3D foam tape. I use a lot of this. So people wonder, well, why would you use a tape runner instead of a 3D foam tape or the thin 3D foam tape? Well, I personally choose to only use thin 3D foam tape or my tape runner for my primary adhesive on cards and save my standard 3D foam tape for scrapbook layouts. And that is because of the thickness. I want it to comfortably go through the post without gumming up their machines or having to be handled by an individual every time and hope that it doesn't get damaged when I ship. So I might use a thicker one when I'm giving a card in person, but never, ever when I'm going to put a card through the mail. Then I'm just going to go ahead and pat that on. And there is my finished, very detail-oriented cherry blossom card with Distress Oxide ink variants. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like, share, and comment. And feel free to follow me and check me out on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and my blog, gemspaperscissors.com. Have a great day. Bye for now.